Hey you, 5 tips. 5 tips on how to be organized as a nurse leader. Do you have it in you? Let's talk about it. Okay, so one of my top questions that I get asked most frequently is, Bilquis, how do I stay organized as a nurse leader? And I always respond, well, how are you organized now? And they're like, oh, well, I don't know. So that's what I'm gonna talk about today, okay? Can you stay organized as a nurse leader? And trust me, I know, speaking from experience, when I first became a DON, I thought every piece of paper that I had was important, okay? I didn't know what to discard, I didn't know what to keep, but even more importantly, I didn't know who was to do what. So that is one of the first areas you want to start with before you even try to become organized, okay? Who is it on your team and what are they responsible for, all right? From there, once you find that information out, then we can talk about, okay, let's talk about how we're going to get you organized as a DON, all right? So number one, it is very imperative that as a DON, you keep a clear desk. I know, you're buried under your desk. I get it. I was like that too. Piles stacked everywhere. And guess what? I was freaking electronic. So why would I have piles and piles of papers, right? But I did, okay? And I'm sure you can relate as well. Number two, you want to write everything down, all right? In order for you to stay organized, you have to write everything down. And I know, your girl here, I was a color code sticky note queen, okay? I had sticky notes everywhere, on my computer, on my desk, on the walls, any place you can think of. I just had sticky notes plastered everywhere, okay? And what did that do for me? It gave me anxiety. A shit ton of anxiety. All right, so you want to write everything down, and based off of your list of who does what, you want to then start saying, okay, prioritize that list, all right? You know, I always talk about prioritizing your list. Don't prioritize your day, all right? Prioritize your priorities. And I love this quote by Mark Twain. He says, if you have to eat a frog, it's best to eat it in the morning. And if you have to eat two, then you eat the largest one first, all right? And what does that mean? That means, as a nurse leader, you should be focusing on what is the most challenging task that you're gonna have to do. And that's how you wanna prioritize your task, okay? Always thinking safety first, all right? So anytime you get to the work office and you're trying to decide what it is that you need to do, always think, what is the most challenging task that you have to do? And then you do that one first. But always keep in the back of your head, safety is always going to be first on the list, okay? Second, I gotta throw this in here, but get you a planner, okay? So this is the DON planner, all right? I don't really care what planner you use. I prefer you use this, okay? Because I try to get all my clients using the same thing. But in a DON planner, we have everything set out for you so that you can be a successful, well-organized DON. From your daily, weekly, monthly tasks to areas that we're tracking, all in one area, okay? No more sticky notes all over the place, okay? And then number 4 is delegation, all right? Delegate. One of the hardest tasks for DONs to learn is delegating. Why? Because majority of us, the reality is that we're control freaks, right? We want to hold on to everything. We're like type A personalities. We don't think anybody can do the job better than we can or as best as we can. We have trust issues, so there we hold on. We just bottle up everything, putting more on our plate because we fail to trust the people that we have on our team in order for them to do their job. So you want to delegate utilizing a 5 ways of delegation in order for you to stay organized as a nurse leader, all right? And then number 5, consistency. Consistency sounds good, right? But you even have to be disciplined. So you have to do the same thing every day, guys. And this is the one thing that I tell all my DONs. I don't care what you have going on. In order for you to reach new heights in your career, you have to be consistent doing the same thing every day, okay? You have to know what is important for you, all right? I'm not saying for your ADON or for your unit managers. I'm saying what it is that is important for you to focus on, okay? Be consistent in that every day, all right? And that's how you become an organized DON, all right? So these, like I said, this was quick, right? 5 tips how to become an organized DON. All right. First, again, piggyback. Start with who job is to do what. All right. You always have to know that first in order for you to then prioritize your priorities. All right. Consistency, and don't forget to get the DON planner. All right. So those are my 5 tips. Let me know if this video helps. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and follow for more tips.